Good morning, sir. The chat today is on the transformative potential of generative AI, and I want you to join me in welcoming my panelist here with me, Mr. Biju John, Senior General Manager, Wockhardt IT, uh, Jacob, who's the Chief Services Facilitator from Neuroinformatics, right? So before we actually deep dive into the topic for today, which is generative AI, Biju, I would like to ask you a lot is said about generative AI. What are your initial thoughts?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thanks for inviting me for this session on the generative AI and its transformative potential in the pharmaceutical industry, basically in the manufacturing industry. So basically, AI has been around since 1950s in different forms. So AI, the traditional AI, you give an input and the output is predictable. So you know what is the output that is going to come. Whereas in generative AI, you give the input, but the output is not predictable. You don't know what is going to come out of it. So you give all lot of data, feed all lot of data, but the output is totally not predictable. So we don't give whatever data insights is there, which was not possible earlier. So with a lot of data that is coming, thanks to the digitization that has happened over a decade ago, and also with the social media explosion of data, a lot of digital content available in the internet, the generating AI has been fed with a lot of data, and it is able to generate new data which can recommend, which can innovate, which can. So the transformative benefit of AI in the industry also, and it has come to the common man now. With the chat GPT, it has come into the mobile. It is with you, and it has come to the. But how it can impact in the manufacturing and in the industry, that's what we are going to discuss now.
Awesome. I mean, that sounds groundbreaking, Biju. Since you spoke about your vertical, could you actually talk about maybe a few use cases where this technology is making a positive impact in your sector?
Absolutely. There are many use cases for the pharmaceutical industry and the pharma, but I will take up two cases just to show at the time. One is the asset performance monitoring. So we are a pharmaceutical company and we are into batch manufacturing. That means we start a batch and we cannot end it. If there is any failure in between, the entire batch has to be taken. So that's a huge loss. So before you start the manufacturing, you should make sure that all the assets are in working condition. All the equipments are working condition.
Sure.
Today what is happening is that the engineering team goes to each of these equipments with a record, with a file, and they check it out, they may check with their experience, with the noise, all this is done manually. So all this done is manually. So what we have done is to automate and save time. What we have done is that we have fitted sensors, vibration sensors. For the motors we have put vibration sensors. For the other equipment, there are other sensors, and also the operational data from all these equipment are all taken and fed into the GenAI. And the GenAI will analyze this data. For example, the vibration sensor. The vibration sensors will give the vibration signatures. From the vibration signatures, we can come to know what type of failure it is in advance, before it fails. So whether it could be the foundation problem, the motor foundation problem, or the axle problem, or the ball bearing problem, or could be anything. But before it fails, we can come to know what is the failure. That's a great advantage. From a reactive approach, we have gone into a proactive approach. So we know in advance what is going to fail, and the engineering team can take action in advance. So that is the paradigm shift in the asset performance. So in our environment, what we have done is that we have already implemented this asset performance monitoring, and we are able to predict in advance what is going to fail. What we are going to the next one, what we are going to do is that we are going to have a sort of chat session. The production team can just chat with the chat GPT, chat AI, and confirm that the equipments are in working condition for the batch. So that I can ask that my batch is going to start in the next 15 days. Is it all equipments related for this? Is it working condition or not? So immediately I will come to know that it will go and check all the equipments for this product is in working condition. Is there any scheduled maintenance in this period? And then it will give a confirmation immediately that this is in working conditions and we can go ahead with the batch. Whereas it was done manually earlier. Now it has been totally automated. It has saved our time. The human errors are totally taken out. So we are in a very better position. Second one is the yield improvement. Today, for any manufacturing, the yield and the quality is very important. Especially in manufacturing industry, where it's a regulated, quality is very important. Manufacturing without quality is disastrous. Patient safety is very important. So quality and obviously without yield, manufacturing is of no use. Unless you produce high yield, the manufacturing is not profitable. So what we have done is that in a manufacturing this environment, the best batch, so the high yield is called golden batch. So consistently, if you want to generate high yield, this one, you will have to make sure that what is that parameter which you set it, when you set it in, it will give you high yield. So manually going and finding all these parameters is difficult. So what we have done is that all the process data coming from the manufacturing equipment, the BMR data, batch management record, all is fed into the GenAI. And from there we come to know which is the stage which is inefficient. Which is within that stage, what are the parameters which are impacting the yield. So from that we'll come to know that which batch has, which parameter has to be set so that we get a high yield. So that is what we have done. So with all this things, the AI gives a recommendation that what parameters have to be set so that it will give a high yield. So these are the two interesting use cases. There are so many other things which because of time, I will not.
Absolutely, and certainly it sounds interesting, and it's great to know that GenAI is already positively impacting reliability and quality. But I mean, with all my friends here, any new technology comes with its own set of challenges, right? For the advantage of all of us, could you talk about the obstacles or the hurdles that you faced when you began this journey?
Absolutely. So obviously, GenAI has a lot of potential. Obviously, there are some certain challenges which we have faced while integrating all the OT systems, basically operational technology. So OT stands for operational technology. So for the GenAI to work, you need to feed a lot of data. The more data you give, the more accuracy. The more mathematical models will give you more accuracy when you feed it with more data. The lesser data, the accuracy will be less. Now, to get the manufacturing data out of this manufacturing equipment, it's a huge challenge. Because when the equipments were designed a decade ago, none of them were designed to get the data out. They're all proprietary systems. They don't talk to you. They are standalone systems. Like IT, there's no, they are not having a universal messaging protocol or, so they are proprietary. Even to get the data out of that, we need to buy the OPC license, individual license are required. So there are a lot of difficulties in that. So that is one challenge. Getting the data out of this equipment is one challenge. Second thing is that once you have done with that, you took that data onto your system, and then you have to bring it to the IT side because the entire transformation happens on the IT side. You take the data. When you are integrating the OT system with the IT, there's another big problem is the OT security, obviously. The IT systems were always designed with security in mind. But whereas the OT systems were designed with availability in mind. The security was not kept that much because it was always kept in an isolated system. They never bothered about it. But when you integrate it, the OT security has become a big challenge.
Absolutely.
Because if it is compromised, your entire manufacturing, with all of pharma, we have seen a lot of cyber attacks in the pharma and they were down for so many months because they compromised the SCADA system and all these things. So OT, that part also needs to be taken. There are multiple challenges in that area. So another thing is that another challenge what we have faced is that during AI gives recommendation, but we are a regulated industry. So you will have to validate even the mathematical models also.
Yes.
You cannot just say that the AI told me I will implement it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you will have to validate this AI models. You will have to take these results and validate in the lab environment, test all these parameters before you actually implement it. So the cycle time before the AI is given a recommendation and to implement in the environment, it takes a lot of time and a lot of validation. The third challenge is that with all these complexities, there are a lot of compute that is required to process all this data. There are a lot of complexities in the integration. So all this is required. You need a trusted partner to make sure that all these complexities are taken care and you have a smooth ride. You worry about the innovation, you worry about other things, and the other part, the complexities and those things are seamlessly integrated by a trusted partner. That's very important. You need a trusted partner on your side to make your Gen AI journey very smooth.
Okay, on that note, you actually twice you mentioned a dependable or a trusted partner. Could you elaborate a little more on that for the audience, please?
Sure. See, as I told, there are a lot of complexities while implementing generative AI. We have been embarked on this transformative journey for the past 1 year. And we have worked with many partners as a system integrators. And we have found that there are a lot of challenges and there is a lot of know-how, technical know-how is very poor in this area because it's a new field and people are trained, manpower is very less over here. So in that regard, we have found, after that we have settled for New Era because they have gotten a lot of GenAI expertise on the table. Also with that, we have been working with New Era for the last decade plus. Okay. And they have worked out on all of IT projects also. There has been humongous expertise which they have brought in the generative AI also. And also they have collaborated with Dell Technologies. And so they have brought in the Dell Validated Systems, AI systems, and the application ecosystem vendors also with this one. Oh. So a trusted partner who knows the GenAI, this one, is very important when you are on a GenAI journey.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I would like to shift the same question to Jay. As you heard, Biju spoke about a dependable partner or a system integrator. What is your take on that?
Thank you, Sandeep, for that question. A dependable partner is a very important step in any GenAI project. Not because that the partner will do all the hard lifting. It's just because you need to select which is the right technology and the technology which is proven so that it is successful for your projects. So any business, any industry tries to pick up on any project that needs to work. You also have to keep in mind that there is an ROI that comes into play and also success of that project so that other multiple projects can come in.
Absolutely.
And what we contribute, as Mr. Biju was speaking, is the entire know-how and the support system. We are Dell Titanium partners, service deploy partners. So we have access to the complete infrastructure ecosystem as well as we have got access to the software ecosystem. So when we go ahead and help any customer in any platform that is there, we have services as well as we've got ready solutions available across. Now, which are the projects that we have seen normally organizations pick up? They are purely based on productivity, as Mr. Biju was saying, and customer experience. These are the two basic areas where organizations start picking up projects. When we talk services support for any project, what happens is you need somebody who can walk through that journey with you start to end. Right from deciding what is your problem statement to a successful POC. Only then you have confidence that this solution brings value to your business. We are in a position to support you from that. We can do that in 3 months time frame. We can also go ahead and help you customize your existing models that you may be working on. You may have data scientists in place, you may have guys who would be working on projects in theory, but to make that practical, we definitely would be in a better position to help you. And when you pick up any project for GenAI use cases, it need not be an end-to-end project. It can also be a small module that is, helping you through in increasing your productivity experience. You can pick up products like, a documentation support. You're scanning in some documents for some activity to be done. The GenAI model can identify what kind of a document that is, categorize it into the proper data set that is required. Wow. Data Protection or DPDA Act is something that the government is very serious about. Personal identifiable information, that's a big thing. When you scan a document in, how do you identify that there is an Aadhaar number onto it with the name next to it, or if it is an international mobile number? You can have small modules that run across which identify an Aadhaar number, mask out the first 8 digits. So you have taken your bit to protect the personal identifiable information. So that's where you walk in with data security. Customer experience. The best example is a bot or a chatbot or a virtual assistant. Many of them buy products, an email support product or an ITSM product or things like that. But they all have their own individual AI engines or assistants that come across. But an organization like you have got a brand value, have got a brand image. How do you train an AI model to work on your brand? So that's where organizations are nowadays coming up with RFQs where they want to build up an AI engine that works on their brand value and that gets implemented to anything, be it a call center, be it a contact center, be it an email communication, or be it even a virtual assistant that is greeting your customers at your workplace or your engine. So any of these right products that are there, we have expertise and we have been working on projects where we can start that journey with you.
Well, that's great to know. So much is done by you already. You mentioned about in-house expertise and capabilities, and Biju also was mentioning that. Could you just take a minute to elaborate on that a little?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you will see in the session out here right now and in the open podium area, you will find multiple technologies being presented. It could be the validated systems for the data center. It could be the Dell AI factory that they'll talk about. Even in the future coming sessions, they're going to talk about it. It could be the Dell Data Lakehouse solution that is there. These are all newer technologies and solutions which you need a partner to implement. We have invested in resources who are certified and trained to give you or consult on those solutions and make that a reality for you. So we invest on resources completely to help you through with it. That's why I said in the earlier statement that I have the confidence I can take it from a problem statement to a working POC in a couple of months. 3 months to 4 months, you can definitely see a working solution there. If you would allow me, Sandeep, I have my director founder, Mr. Dinesh Ochani, who will just give in a minute's.
So we started this journey about 9 months back, and to enhance our AI capabilities and accelerate our customers' AI journey in collaboration with Dell and NVIDIA, we've taken several strategic steps. First of all, we have invested in extensive training programs to upskill our existing team members, ensuring they are equipped with the latest knowledge and techniques in AI technology. Additionally, we have bolstered our workforce by hiring trained and certified professionals with substantial experience in AI implementation and management. By combining these efforts, we are poised to deliver exceptional AI-driven outcomes and support our customers throughout their transformative AI journey. Partnering with Dell and NVIDIA positions New Era to deliver innovative, reliable, and scalable solution that addresses the diverse needs of customers, driving customer satisfaction. This partnering brings innovative technology solutions, comprehensive product portfolio, scalability and flexibility, of course, the global reach and support and proven track record.
So to just sum it up, what I would say, Sandeep, is as we all say, data is the new oil, and that's a statement that's been running around for maybe a year and a half. But if you actually see, if you want to convert that oil into a fuel to promote your business, then GenAI solutions are right now here, which are converting that into reality. And if you are ready to take the step or the leap of faith into it, then New Era is a partner who can guide you into that entire journey for you.
Thank you, Jacob. And with that, I think our time on stage comes to an end. Thank you, gentlemen, for sharing your insights with us. And for all of us here, thank you for listening to us. I hope you found it as insightful as we did.